a wicked-ass person or a heathen of a different nation besides the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. And more importantly, if you are 2/3 of those people, we're going to destroy you real bad with death by pain. Real bad. So you better get yourself right and follow the statutes, laws, and commandments the best way you can in this Bible. Get out there and teach this word and teach others to do so also. And build up your faith.
Now you said he go, if you know you an Israelite, the Most High gonna get you real bad. Yep. That goes for all you niggas, you fallouts, man. All the fallout boys.
Right.
All right? You back in the world, you no longer believe, or you just totally just head dive first. Head first back into the world. The Lord's gonna fucking smoke you, man.
Right.
You think it's all right now to smoke blunts and get in the studio and be a nigga?
Yep.
All right? The Lord's gonna fucking destroy you, man. He gonna get you with more stripes than the average nigga out here, man.
Right.
He gonna kill you.
If you out there talking against the apostles or against the other men of the Lord that's still out here doing the work, the Lord's gonna destroy your wicked ass, man. You wicked for that shit. Now, there's a saying, I want to put your saying up real quick. They're saying if everybody is against you, maybe there's something wrong. If all the men that you knew were right and all of a sudden now you're wrong, maybe you need to check yourself. You know? It's always, that's why we read that consider your ways earlier. Go and look at yourself and examine yourself daily to check if you be in the faith. So you know, well, I am spending a little too much time in this area. Let me divide my time up a little bit better. Go ahead, keep it.
Verse 3, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
But there's a time coming when people will not endure sound doctrine. Where the affliction of time is going to be so hard where they won't want to be weak. But you have to continue to be an example of what they should be doing. Because people gain faith in numbers. Faith comes with numbers, with sin. For the weak-minded, that helps them. When they see that there's people out there doing what they know they should be doing, that helps them get the courage to do what they need to do. So you are supposed to be an example unto the rest of your nation and unto the rest of your people and your brethren and the brothers in your camps. That's what you gotta be. To the best of your ability. Nobody's above reproach. Nobody's above fucking up or making mistakes. But that's why we're all there, to help each other stay up.
Verse 3 again, 2 Timothy, chapter 4, verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
Yeah, that's basically what Apostle Paul was saying here is you're going to have a point in time where you're going to have men that knew the truth, and they're going to turn away their ear from it and start going after other doctrines. You know? You once believed that Cornelius was an Israelite. Now you believe he's a heathen, or whatever the case may be.
You once believed the apostles of the men of the Lord, true men of the Lord.
Yeah.
Now you don't.
Yeah.
Now the apocrypha don't fit no more.
Yeah.
You know.
Even though it's in the whole book.
That's exactly. That, really, a lot of the fallout boys, that's what happens to them. You know?
Slock, y'all. You said something about eating the apocrypha. What kills me is this. There is cats who believe that we add something to it when we talk about the apocrypha. But we didn't print these books.
Right.
They got nowhere to print these books. Right. So how did we put the apocrypha in the book? Right. We didn't do that, bro. Somebody actually said that, but I'm like, how dumb can you be, nigga?
Right, but then you go into the 6 and 11 and it's in there.
It's in there.
But no matter what version of the Bible you go to, the Book of Mormon is not in there.
No, it's never in there.
That book's not in there.
And it ain't talked about.
And it ain't even the words don't coincide together. We can always write there and thou and they and ye and all of that.
Yeah.
Just to make it sound like it's supposed to be there. And even use Jacob and whoever else in there. And what's the name they use? John Smith. No.
Yeah, John Smith.
No,
Joseph Smith.
Joseph Smith.
Yeah, Joseph Smith is not in the Bible.
No, that's not the same Joseph.
Not at all.
Just because Jesus is walking down here, that don't make him Jesus. Just to be funny about it. Keep going, bro.
Okay, verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears.
Yep. And see, this is the cold part about it.
Heap to
A lot of them,
themselves.
like my brother brought up the Fallout Boys, a lot of them, they go back and they remember what they were able to do in the world, and that itches their ears and make them go back into that type of doctrine. Make them think like, well, I can do both. I got this knowledge, I can do both. Not realizing Yahweh Shema Shai is taking his spirit from you, taking your oil from you. You know? Things like that happen. It's a fact that those things happen. Let alone if you still out there teaching, but now the doctrine different. Now you got other views.
Esau can make it.
Yeah,
now the
Esau
nations
can make it.
yeah.
Cornelius is an Edomite.
Because you round them,
That
now
means
they
he
can
can
make
make it. Like dumb shit.
Yeah, you got guys that come in and they know the truth, and then the Most High take that spirit from them, and then they fall out. Now they back in Christianity. Now they believe in what the Christians believe. Now you ain't got to keep the law no more. All right, the covenant is for all nations now. That's what they start believing, you know, and they start agreeing with the pork chop eating pastors
You met
that's deceiving our people.
You met a real spiritual Asian and a real spiritual Edomite. So now they can make it. Not being deep enough to say, hey, maybe they're jakes, you know, in their spirit. But you just want to let all of them in now. No, it don't work that way.
The whole word.
This whole doctrine is set up from top to bottom with no creaks and cracks in it. You are where the creak and crack is at. But you have to adjust yourself to fill in them gaps with the spirit. Keep going, let's go there. Let's stay on.
Verse 4, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned into fables.
Hey,
But-
we teach y'all, we teach y'all like a fable. We tell stories about y'all Fallout Boys and tell it like it's a fable to teach other people not to follow them same footsteps, just like a real fable.
So like, read that part again.
Yeah, I like to read it. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned into fables.
Meaning, you're gonna turn away from what you was taught, and you're gonna start to believe in those different, the different myths that the Catholic Church believes.
Mary was a virgin.
Mary was a virgin. There's such thing as hell. You know, the heathens can make it. You know,
All Gentiles.
all the myths, fallacies that the false prophets bring. Now you believe in that, but you once actually knew the truth that those things wasn't so.
That the name ain't Yahweh Shemiah
Yeah.
Shai.
Oh yeah.
Most I take the name from you. You know, so a lot of I notice when a lot of guys leave or when they get kicked out, they start window shopping and going to watching every other Israelite group camp
Yep.
and agreeing with them.
Let alone teaching with them.
Yeah, you start agreeing with
Slide
them.
that one in there.
Them dudes out there, it was some dudes in Chicago in the Chicago camp.
Started talking about Dan.
Yeah, them guys.
Baba Dan.
Them dudes, they out there doing their own thing, but when it was another camp outside of Great Millstone, I don't know what camp they were, but they were a camp that teaches bullshit, and they came over to the camp, and them dudes was able to welcome them arms open, like they gave them a salute, like everything was all good. Talking about look at this Israel, we basically showing that we can unify. When we know the scriptures say, man, if
Two can't
you
walk
teaching bullshit, we're supposed to mark you and avoid you.
Mark those
We're
that
supposed
cause
to
division.
rebuke you, man. We enemies. If you believe in a different thing, man, we can't come together.
Can't walk.
You know? So that guys like that, that's what that's talking about, man.
Not only that, we gonna like brother said, you gonna turn into a fable yourself. We gonna be like we remember this dude who was in the truth, and we gonna tell a story about your ass.
But it's not a fable. It's the truth.
Right. No, but you become a story to tell, to teach
yeah.
Right.
with.
Right.
You know, and it sounded. You get it? Let's keep
Yeah.
going. Keep going.
Go ahead.
And they shall turn their ears away from the truth, and they shall be turned into fables.
That's funny, you read it again anyway. Because like a good story to always tell, whether brothers fellowshipping or whatever, is when you had a fallout in your camp, teach what was going on with that person at that time. Show like, look, he all of a sudden be like, man, I don't know, man. Brothers, man, my spirit ain't right, man. Because brothers act like they don't like me, man. And, you know, and I don't know the spirit, man. And, well, you playing too much video games. Well, you doing this too much. You chasing behind your women too much. Every time, you know, you got this and this situation.
No balance.
Whatever, right. Whatever your situations are, the examples are there. So use those to teach from. Because when people fell out of this camp, we teach the brothers that's here now and remind ourselves not to follow that path. They became an example of what not to do in this truth, unless you're on a highway to falling out.
And every camp has those examples, man. Every brother know that one or a few people who was doing nigga shit, who was wicked, and you saw the spirit leaving them, slowly but surely. Every camp got a story on that, man.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
We're supposed to fast, like, you know, if we can, we need to go on and pray, maybe we can fast or something, you know, or whatever the case may be. And then the brother that we praying for is the one that ain't fasting. Like, we tell them to fast like this. You fast? Like, nah, you know, I had to drink water. What do you mean? The fast is for you. It's not like it's just, you know, something just a leisurely fast. You the one having issues. So we want you the main one need to be fasting. We praying and stuff for you, but you gotta do the main work for yourself. You know, if you want something, you got to put in the work to do it. And that's a lesson in itself. You know, that we kind of started on. If you want something, you gotta work for it. But if you ain't minded yourself to the balance of this word, to be a man of the Lord and try to keep a healthy balance of it, then you gonna fuck up and fall out. But there's certain things that each man should be following, and he should be trying to teach, and should take the correction of. Come on.
Verse 5. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist,
Yes.
make full proof of thy ministry.
Yeah. So sometimes you gotta get hype and get other people hype about the verse. Sometimes it's your camp, sometimes it's your family, sometimes it's your neighbor, whoever. If anybody that you communicate like that. I still got cousins and homeboys in the world or whatever that still call me for spiritual advice. And I just give them the little bit that they want.
That's right.
But I always let them know that, hey, I'm still here when you're ready to go headlong into the truth. That if you really want this word, you need to come and find it where it's really at, in the truth. All on the streets with the men of Great Millstone, with the truth of the doctrine. I'm not just saying a Great Millstone, but just to identify the doctrine of truth. There's a little more in there.
No, that was it on 5.
Is it?
Yeah, that
Is there
was
anything on 6?
No, they don't want that one.
So, yeah, so I had, what did I have?
Hey, you know what? We can't keep going.
What?
Verse 6.
You know what you did.
Yeah.
For I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept my faith. Henceforth,
Where you at right now?
I'm still in Timothy 4. I was just reading down.
Okay.
I'm at 8 now.
Come.
Henceforth,
Hold on. You're at chapter 4, right?
chapter 4, verse 8. Now,
Okay, keep going.
henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only,
Yeah, what?
but unto all of them also that love his appearing.
Right. And you're supposed to want to do this until
Till
you
the Lord
die.
comes.
All the way
Yeah, till you die.
till he comes. All the way. That's all that part, and I wasn't locked in.
It's all good.
But the point was, you gotta do this all the way to the end. You gotta do this all the way to the end. That was it on that.
Yeah.
Go with 7 and 1.
Jeremiah 7:1.
No, go to the other one. Then go to 7. Yeah, 26 and 13.
Jeremiah 26:13. Jeremiah 26:13. Therefore now amend your ways and your doings, and obey the voice of the Lord Yahweh.
Amend your ways and your doings, and obey the words of the Heavenly Father. Stop right there. Could you grab Deuteronomy 28
Yep.
and 15 for me?
Gotcha.
Matter of fact, start at 1 and then we're going to jump on. Because when you, man, stop right there, we're going to go to 1. You keep reading.
Deuteronomy 28 and 1.
Yeah.
And it shall come to pass, if thou...
Start read 15, then go back.
Oh, start 15.
Yeah. It's going to sound, it's going to line up a little bit better.
Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
Because there's not a Jake out there, a so-called Israel, I'm calling you Israel, but you ain't in the mind of Israel. Ain't there such a Negro, Latino, Native American out there that's in a great position.
For real.
Even you rich athletes and entertainers. Y'all ain't got it great. Y'all gave up y'all soul. Y'all can't even enjoy all the money that y'all got.
Lock it. For example, if y'all was paying attention, Tamir Rice's mother called out LeBron James this week. She asked LeBron James, nigga, can you say something? Put on a t-shirt? Say something? And this goes back to my point about it. I don't even want to go too far. I just had to bring it up right quick. I don't want to go too far. I had a lot, but I don't think this, I just...
If it's on your spirit, brother, say it.
All right, then, well, check it out. This goes back to what I said a while ago about the NBA making sure that this generation was not educated. They didn't want educated NBA players at this time because they would speak out on issues pertaining to Black America.
Right.
LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, all these brothers that did not go to college, they are not spokesmen for righteousness or truth or justice.
Or even their own people.
And this week,
Well, being of their own people.
LeBron James, my folks was trying to tell me that I was wrong for saying this, but then I had to point it out like this. When LeBron James was in Miami and he put on a hoodie, he didn't do shit that wasn't nobody else doing.
Right.
When LeBron James talked about Eric Gardner and he put on the I Can't Breathe shirt, soon as they stuck a microphone in this nigga's face, he froze up because he didn't know what to say. So the Lord took his ass back to Cleveland. All my friends was like, family, oh man, he gonna win a championship. I never said championship. You know what I was saying? When is that nigga gonna say something about that little boy?
Yep.
When is this nigga gonna speak up on children getting shot down the police in his state when he the most powerful motherfucking nigga in the state of Cleveland? In the Ohio, he don't say nothing. So this is
He the king.
he the king. And James, King James.
They
ain't said a word.
Y'all forgetting what Kareem Abdul-Jabbar said about MJ?
Oh yeah.
Them niggas care more about commerce over conscience.
There it is.
They only care about their worth,
And MJ
their,
for
their
sure.
fame, and their money, man. They don't care about nothing else.
The difference with Kareem, they silenced Kareem for so many years.
Well, they tried to
Kareem
put,
would speak out on
they
certain
killed some people behind Kareem. When Kareem was in Milwaukee, there was an incident that went down when he was trying to be conscious, and some people that he was affiliated with got killed. That's when they silenced Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he went to the West Coast after that. So that's when he was silenced, because he was speaking up for things back then when he was Lou Alcindor.
Yeah, go back.
My bad, bro.
Scriptures out.
All right. But it shall, Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of thy Lord God, to observe and to do his commandments and statutes, which I command this day, all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Jump to 1. And we're under those curses today.
Deuteronomy 28:1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord. Wait a minute, take that back. It shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day. The Lord thy God will set thee on high above all the nations of the earth.
Not on the bottom like we are now.